After a very successful campaign last time out, we are now in the Championship for this second season, and let's find out how we get on. So we are going into this first game. Obviously, we've got a few new faces, but I'll run you through them at the end of the window. Huddersfield Town have it here. Not going to be as easy a season as it was last time out. Obviously, winning the league title on the final day. And Danny Ward has scored for Huddersfield, and it's not a very good start for us here this season. Campbell. Dane Scarlett on his Pompey return puts us level against Huddersfield. Devlin. Lembicka, what a goal and what a way to introduce yourself. What a hit that is from Lembicka. Anthony Scully. Paddy Lane makes it 3-1. And giving him that new contract, he looks like he is very much deserved of that now. But we get the 3 points. What a start to life in the Championship, and it's only going to get better from here. So it is the end of the summer transfer window, and this is the business we've done. The most notable outgoings are Ben Stevenson to Wigan for 60,000, Jack Sparks to Barnsley for 170,000, Tom Lowry to Bristol City for 4.2 million, and Terry Devlin to Sheffield United for 1.8 million. Only Tom Lowry is the one that I'm sort of a bit gutted to let go, but when I saw the money come in, I thought I couldn't really turn it down, especially with some of the transfers we were able to do with it. We bought in Alex Murphy, Shane Flynn, and Mamadou Loon for free. Alex Murphy's sort of going to be on the fringe of playing in the first team. Might make a couple of starts, but most of the time we'll spend it on the bench. Shane Flynn and Mamadou Loon will definitely play the majority of the games this season, and Flynn's our best left back and Loon's definitely our best holding midfielder. Our loan deals have been pretty good. Dane Scarlett coming in. He's going to play most games up top, back in a Pompey shirt. Be interested to see if he has a better stint this time. Kem Campbell and Lembicka from Wolves. Both good pickups. Kem Campbell a very good winger, and Lembicka a very solid fullback. Our final 2 loans now. We've got Bashir Humphreys from Chelsea. Good loan deal. I think he's going to be really good at centre-back for us this season. And Noel Atom, he's another defender. I think he's going to play half the game this season, sort of rotating in and out with some other players such as Regan Poole. On to our actual signings with a bit of money. Ellery Balcom, he is a goalkeeper. He's young-ish, and he's going to do a really good job for us hopefully this season. Kilkenny, a very good pickup in the midfield. Kane Edwards, who was a really cheap young kid, he's got really good potential, and he only cost us £500,000, so not too bad. On deadline day, we signed Christos Zafaris, very good player. Again, as you can see, he didn't cost too much, and he's got potential. And finally, it's not shown on here, it'll probably show on this. It has Tino Andrin. That loan deal was made permanent for 1.5 million. So as you saw, life in the Championship started really well last time out, which was then backed up in a very close game, too close in fact, in the Cup, which saw us narrowly go behind for a few moments. But a couple of strong substitutions that I didn't really want to make ended up seeing us win the game 4-3 after this late goal from Colby Bishop, which was much needed to get us into the second round. We backed this up with a couple of nice wins at Fratton Park, and then we went to Bramwell Lane afterwards, and well, we showed that the Championship is harder than we might have first thought, as Sheffield United got themselves back into the game. I thought we snatched a late equaliser through Colby Bishop, but Cameron Archer just sealed our fate just right at the end of the game. And then afterwards, I can't even explain what happened here. Cardiff just came through and absolutely smashed us. I got no words really for it. I mean, losing the way we lost that game was embarrassing, in fact. But we bounced back. Of course we did, and we showed the levels that I need in the Championship against a fellow promoted side, Bolton Wanderers, as we know from last time out against these lot. Very important game last time, less important this time, but we made sure that we got all 3 points in style. The Cup, well, we played Leicester again, and it was a very similar outcome. We went and got smashed, and deservedly so, to be honest. I don't think we can have too many complaints. But back into league action now. We picked things up, and we actually got ourselves into a decent little position. Coventry, we made light work of them, and 3 wins from 3 going into our next game. We can take a lot of confidence from it. However, this mini collapse towards the end made things nervy until Paddy Lane secured the 3 points. And as you can see, we are third place with a chance to get into the top 2 if we win at Stoke today. Well, we are back, and obviously you've just seen we've had a pretty good start to this season, and where better to come back to than a cold Tuesday night in Stoke. Paddy Lane, Dane Scarlett. Paddy Lane on that right hand side, whips in. Dane Scarlett puts us 1-0 up. Come on, the boy. Oh, and it's really clear to see what we missed out last time with him. Humphreys. Kem Campbell. Humphreys has been caught. Laurent, and he equalises with 5 minutes to go. And celebrates in front of the Pompey fans. Humphreys just needs to clear it there. Full time here. It ends 1-1. Probably a fair result. And we're going to move on to the next one. So we then went and played West Bromwich Albion at the Hawthorns in a game that was a must-win for us. However, it took a bit of a shaky start when West Brom went 2-1 up inside the first half. However, just before the break, we equalised and sent things in level. And then this goal with 10 minutes to go by Tino Andrin saw us win the game. This game ended up being a curse in disguise as we go and waste all of our goals for the month here. Because we scored 6 in this game. Thanks to Dane Scarlett and co. Dane Scarlett was the main guy who scored a hat-trick in this one. We won the game 6-3. And I thought we were going to be taking a little bit of a skyrocket up the league. However, it went completely the other way as we plummeted down, as we couldn't score for 3 games after this and lost all 3 of the games. So whilst it might have looked good at the time, it may have taken a bit of the wind out of the sails of the players. This game against Plymouth was huge for us though, as we sort of made it look a little bit harder on the score sheet than the game actually was, as we took a very comfortable 3-1 lead earlier in the second half, and this penalty 95th minute didn't mean a lot. Then we backed this up with a very classy performance against Derby County, a team that were battling with us for promotion. This game against Blackburn really hurt though, as after they took an early lead, we levelled the game up and it was looking like it was going to be petering out for a draw. This Sam Schmeichel goal still haunts us. Now, we thought we were going to have a similar situation at St Andrews. We equalised things here, and it just seemed typical that Jamal Lowe scored a goal that I thought was going to be the winner for Birmingham. And then when you need a goal, Christian Sadie to put us 3-2 up and win that one. This was our final game before we are here now against Hull, a fairly standard 3 points, and that leaves us just in 5th in the playoff places going into the second half of the season. So we are back with another live game. The lineup is pretty strong at the minute. Missing our goalkeeper, but Matt Macy has done well when he's filled in. And the rest of the team is pretty much at full strength. Yates and Jay Fulton put Swansea 1-0 up. Really disappointing start here at the Liberty Stadium for Pompey. Flynn. Oh, nearly an instant response. We got the ball again here. Flynn, go on. No. Zafiris. Angerin! Tino Angerin! Come on, the boy! What a goal! And we are level again. Half time 1-1. Loom. Angerin. Campbell. Edwards! Kyan Edwards! What a goal from the youngster! We're approaching the end of the game here, and it's a huge 3 points for Pompey as we continue our charge for promotion. That's 3 wins on the bounce now, and we go into our next game, and I will see you in a little bit of a commentary thing. So, we faced Wolves in a game that looked like we were going to get smashed, and lo and behold, we did. We were lucky in that first half to be only 2-1 down, and Wolves really put their mark on the game in this second half. We may have got a couple of consolation goals, but that's all they were, as we did, in fact, get that Bristol City treatment. As, you know, we made it 4-3 at this point, but they just ran away with the game. Made it 6-3, and that was that. We then went and looked like we were going to win the game after Christian Sadie put us 2-1 up with not much time left to go. However, a shocking bit of defending here allowed Sheffield Wednesday to equalise things. And after a win against Lincoln in the Cup, Stoke City put their marker on this game very early on and made it impossible for us to get back, and we lost the game narrowly. Coventry was a much better game for us, as a couple of early goals really set the tone for this one. Despite them getting that goal to get themselves back to 2-1, we scored a couple of late ones that sealed the game for us. This West Ham game in the fourth round of the Cup was sort of a free hit for us. Disappointing in the way we collapsed very early on and went into the half at 4-0 down. However, like you say, we won the second half. We won it 2-1 actually. And, it wasn't an enjoyable game for us, but nice to see what we're up against if we were to get promoted this season. And we look like carrying on this form against Bristol City, as before half-time went 2-0 down. However, we came out a completely different side, and a couple of late goals led to this one being completely turned around, and Dane Scarlett in the 96th minute won that one for us. So after that win, we sit just inside the playoff zone, but not looking comfortable. So a win against Luton is very much required. We've got Luton Town away at Kenilworth Road. A couple of new faces in the lineup. Okomer and Aline are new players that have come in just to see us out for the end of the season. And let's get straight into this one. And we're 1-0 down. Brilliant. It's a very similar lineup to the one that they used in the Premier League, Luton Town. Ross Barkley obviously got his contract extended. Jacob Brown has scored, another player who was with them in the Premier League. And we're 2-0 down already. Watson. And it's 3-0. Mads Anderson scores. Good ball in. And we have well and truly lost this game. And we are out of the promotion playoff spots. A really poor performance at the Kenilworth Road sees us slip to a 3-0 defeat. And it's not looking good for this second half of the season. After this horrific defeat versus Bolton, we turned it up a gear and we began what I like to describe as the charge. Millwall were dealt with at Fratton Park fairly easily with a 2-0 win. And then the big guns came to town. Norwich City, one of the high-flying teams in the league, got dealt with and dismantled in front of a sellout crowd. And despite the scoreline being 3-2, we actually looked a lot better than that and probably could have won the game 4-1. But it's all well and good doing that. It's when Leicester came to town, which I really thought we had a good chance of getting playoff football, as we beat them 2-0. And then we backed it up again with another pretty impressive display here. And we just kept winning and winning and winning. And, Watford aren't a bad side. To beat them 3-0 was very impressive. But Sheffield United, 5-1 winners. Despite at the start of this season, we got beaten by them at their place 3-2 and didn't even look like winning, to be honest with you. But we just turned it up again. And I really got my hopes up thinking that we were going to get into that playoff spot. But we took the 3-0 lead here at Loftus Road. And it looked like we were going to go again and win. But I don't know what happened at half time. We just completely capitulated. And this began the end for us, really. We just couldn't get enough wins on the board after this. We would take the lead early on in games, look like we were going to win, and then we just collapse, crumble. All those words that are associated are with a team that just can't get points on the board. And this was the final nail in our coffin. We went 2-0 down against Derby in a must-win game to keep our playoff hopes alive. We brought it back to 2-2, but it just wasn't enough. And unfortunately, with one game left, that has wrapped up our season. I'm going to play the last game, just done. But as you can see in that bottom left-hand corner, we are 3 points behind Stoke and Blackburn, but they're like 20 goals ahead of us. It gives us a season to regroup and a chance to try and get better for next season. But it's disappointing considering how close we were. But hopefully we'll be back. And yeah, there's not much left to say really, is there? It's disappointing one considering how close we were. Well, we're going to try and go again next season. We've got some money to spend. And we've got some players coming in. But other than that, I've not got a lot else to say really. It's a disappointing one. And I'll see you the next time. So despite it being a disappointing one last time out, we can hope for the best next season. But if you did enjoy anyway, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss next season. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next one.